All right. Super Desperation Radio! Go! Okay. Back to normal. I didn't mess it up this time.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure there's like everything's working the way it's supposed to be working.
This is Lord Walkman, and welcome to Jackass.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell? I'm glad
we're already in the dumpster. We went just, it's like the plane started to take off and just taxied on the runway. We never even got off the ground.
Luckily, the intro.
Then we just landed in a lake somewhere.
Just tripped over a rock and landed in the lake.
Camp Crystal Lake, right?
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Just kill us all right now, please.
I can do that, but then I'd be alone.
I
I'd
mean,
be sad.
Yeah.
I'd be fat? What? I'd be alone and I'd be fat.
That'd be pretty. I mean, that's okay. But sad. No, sad's not good.
So, Hell Pockets, did you introduce the guest that sucks?
I haven't introduced the guest that sucks, but we're gonna do it right away because this isn't like what we normally do, where we make a guy wait and listen to us talk for 30 minutes and then bring him on the show. Joining us tonight is the suckiest of guest hosts, Hanzo Gonzo.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Fuck you.
There we go. That's right. Hanzo's going to be joining us tonight to field all the important questions ranging from Evo lineups to Bootygate.
I'm the expert on all these things. So
Exactly.
Obviously, you had to bring me in.
I mean, you work on like 90% of these projects. I mean, you are probably the reason why they censored the booty in Street Fighter V. So we want to hear some explanations. Because, man, we've seen how you behave around Mika's booty. It's pretty disgraceful.
Look, all I'm saying is this dude joined the Discord channel with the name Big Dick. I mean, I literally looked at the call was up, and I'm like, wait, who the hell is this? And I'm, oh, okay, now it all makes sense.
It's the stream name, right?
That's your handle? You're going to enter tournaments with that?
My aim name, come on.
Coming back?
That's what my Diamond account in League of Legends is under. What?
Wow.
I was actually Mike Ross 420.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
I've seen you before.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I actually thought it was Mike. But anyway, so we actually have a decent list of things for you to talk about today. Most importantly, the Niners won a game yesterday with somebody else's quarterback. literally fucked them with a stolen dick.
Okay.
I'm waiting for when Mark Sanchez becomes our quarterback.
Yo, hashtag chicken tenders.
If anyone knows me,
good.
they know I'm about chicken tenders. So
Oh, so then you'd be a Niner fan right away.
I am a Niner fan. I just don't acknowledge that they actually exist anymore.
Oh, you're a true Niner fan.
I mean,
this season,
I wouldn't
true Niner
acknowledge
fan.
They exist either.
Yeah, this is definitely a bag over the head kind of
Look,
season.
man, just you know what? We'll just call it a rebuilding year, and you guys can move on. Just think about it that way. Don't worry about it.
I can't rebuild a dead body.
Wait.
Look, Dr. Frankenstein did it.
I was gonna say,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna put it out there.
I would like
I
to.
just want to say, when you rebuild, you build upwards. Okay.
I just want to say that there is there's proof of this in a little movie. Maybe you've seen it called Reanimator.
Ooh, yeah, Reanimators.
I thought you were gonna say Necessary Roughness, starring Scott Bakula.
It's kind of the
But
same
that's
thing.
That's okay. Why not? I mean, that's about what the 49ers are playing with, right?
Yeah, Scott Bakula and Reanimator. And unfortunately, Reanimator is Jed York. And he doesn't have a doctor's license.
Yeah, I don't think Reanimator had a doctor's license either.
You don't think? I gotta rewatch that.
Well, I mean, what? He was from Germany, so who knows what goes on in Germany?
Exactly. We don't know what the whole medical practice laws are over there or anything.
Yeah, and this was before that their wall fell, so
Mm.
it was before Chris Jericho went and broke the walls down.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I thought you.
Reagan was actually like, Mr. Jericho, break this wall down.
He parlayed that into a career with WCW.
Didn't he get imprisoned for killing his family?
No. You're
What?
thinking of a different Chris.
No,
He didn't
please.
Go to jail
Holy
because he
shit.
killed himself afterwards.
Living up to your name, Hanzo. Good shit.
What about Klaus Nomi?
Wait, who?
Hope he's the new King of Fighters.
Klaus who?
Klaus Nomi. He's gonna take the place of Benimaru because Lightning's striking again.
I thought they were gonna replace Benny.
I rarely acknowledge chat, but chat is amazing today. The Niners went wrong when they got rid of Joe Montana. You see that? man, this man has a good head on me.
We had Steve Young.
He was alright.
Well, what did you guys do to the Niners? You shipped him to the Chiefs or some shit like that?
Oh my god.
That's a horrible way to treat like one of the greatest players ever.
You know what's weird is that Alex Smith has done better with the Chiefs than Joe Montana did.
You know what's weird? I'm thinking that Joe Montana would be a better quarterback now for the Niners.
You're not the only one, man.
How old is he? He's probably
Age
pushing.
and everything.
He's pushing about 60, right?
Here's what's all right. So I was
Look,
actually,
as long as the defensive line can protect him, I bet he can throw a ball better than Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
It's if he gets hit though, he might just explode.
that would still be better.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe. I think that
I'd
would still
say
be
it's
better.
worth like, look, man, call Steve Young, call Joe Montana, like, get them all on the line, just, please.
I mean, if Brett Favre still wants to play, I mean, Joe Montana could probably still, throw a ball to somebody.
Look, right now, Brett Favre, if you're the 49ers, you're calling Brett Favre, like, on the hotline. You're like, yo, Brett, so I heard you still want to play football. Come on, man.
Yeah, seriously.
He's gonna go. Can I play in these nice tight Wrangler jeans?
They've got the U cut. It's not the V, man. You know it's more comfortable.
There's
It's
so
better.
much breathable space in
Better for the
junk area.
boys, man. I don't know about you, but I'm a red-blooded American, and I like U-shapes.
So let's try to get a little bit on track before we derail ourselves horribly again. We do actually have a decent amount of talk to.
We definitely do.
Excuse me. Just a lot of small things at first before I think we head into the big stuff. For one thing, unless you've been living under a rock for the last week, people are saying that they figured out the DLC characters in Street Fighter V, do all the stuff from data mining, which I mean, this is the list of characters that they said are going to be DLC is stuff that's appeared on one or two of the spoiler lists anyway. I mean, this isn't that new of a thing for most people who've been trying to follow the leaks, or quote-unquote leaks, because nobody knows, what's real and what's...
Right, we're all still guessing right now. I mean, I guess even this list would technically be a guess, right?
I mean, but there are files that lead people to believe that these are the characters. And again, if in case you don't know, it's Urien, Juri, Alex, Guile, Ibuki, and the new boss character, which is Fan, I guess is what the name is.
No, Fan is gonna be. He seems to be like a Shaolu lackey. He's not.
Oh, okay. So he's just gonna be a random dude.
He's literally a
Yeah,
Bison fan? What the fuck?
He's Bison's like number 2 now or some shit.
Oh, okay.
According to the lore.
According to the lore.
The lore that
But-
doesn't exist at all. Like, what is this being based off of?
Well, see, that's the thing.
Audio files from the story that are derived from the PC base.
So
I
they
want to
went.
know what the story is supposed to be at this point, because we've heard it. Like, okay, the story mode starts before Alpha because obviously it's Ken and Ryu training with Goken. So is the story in Street Fighter V gonna go through all the games or something? That'd be interesting.
That,
That would be.
They might MK9 it.
Yeah,
hold
I mean
on.
maybe. It
They're
would kind of be
training-
cool. It would explain why all these different characters are in it too.
I just want to bring up the
I
fact
don't do
that all the returning characters for the first 16 are all in Street Fighter Alpha. What the fuck is that about?
It's Alpha 2.
I mean, and a lot of the characters in Street Fighter 4 that they brought back as well.
are also from Alpha, yeah. So,
So this is
I don't know.
basically Street Fighter Alpha 4.
you know what? That's
But
fine.
uglier. Just remember, but
Mu-
uglier.
much uglier. Technically, Street Fighter Alpha 3 was the most up-to-date, canonically game up until, I guess, Street Fighter 4. So, maybe we'll see more characters from Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Which, if we're paying attention to the way the storyline is supposed to go, it's supposed to go Alpha, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3, right?
Yeah, more or less. Now keep in mind, Alpha 3 literally had everybody in it. Like, they had every
Yeah.
character they ever made in that game. So that's pretty much.
But is Upper canonical?
I don't know.
Because they added T-Hawk, DJ, Fei Long, Yoon and Yang.
All Yun Yang and Ice Chick. I forgot her name because I hate her. They were added to Upper, but if I remember right, the other 4 were added to the PlayStation version.
Yeah,
isn't Eagle in there too?
Yeah, Eagles
That
and
was
Upper.
like way after.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. So.
You could still make the case that is basically replacing everything that happened in Street Fighter 2, and Alpha 3 is now Street Fighter 2, and then we go into 3 because. Okay. None of that's important, obviously. This is all just conjecture.
Right. Because nobody knows what the story actually is in Street Fighter.
Right, because it never talked about it, really.
I mean, maybe that's for the better? Question mark?
I think
Fight is all.
I think it is. I think it is better. I mean, we're not talking about BlazBlue and Guilty Gear here, where they totally just hammer you over the head with story, references. It's just Street Fighter.
I honestly think this game has to at least part of the game has to take place after Street Fighter 3 because Ryu looks older than he did in Street Fighter 3.
I still think that this is going to be how the Alpha series was before 2, but eventually kind of led into 2. It's going to lead into 3.
So you think it's like the prequel to Street Fighter 3?
Yeah, it's going to be the Alpha for 3.
I guess it could be.
I like the idea of them doing like a rundown of all the game's story, and then even going past that maybe.
See, that's why I think that would be kind of cool because then you basically have like Ryu in Street Fighter 5 is actually like Ryu post Street Fighter 3, and so it's like Ken, but then you have people who are obviously from 3 and even before 3. It'd be interesting. It'd be an interesting way to create a cast because then you can still weave the story in and around them. But that also means like you don't have to pay attention to just one time period for your cast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they may just end up covering all these time periods, and you know how BlazBlue did it, where they just they in the story mode they would mention like all these characters that would in the next iteration be playable.
Yeah.
So they might just do that. They might end up going like this weird route where suddenly Urien is mentioned in the game, and then all of a sudden there's an update and he's in the game. Or they may mention stuff that happened in Street Fighter 4 and then Jury's in the game. So
could happen.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Here comes a new challenger. I don't know.
Brand new.
Speaking of ArcSys, BlazBlue Central Fiction comes out on, I believe it's the 19th. Is that right? Yeah, on the 19th in Japanese arcades. So May, I guess we'll be seeing that on console.
You think so? Like right before EVO?
I mean, they've been doing about the 5 or 6 months jump ahead. So
I mean, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good.
It's a
guess.
good ballpark. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good ballpark on when we can expect to see that. Now, this is of course barring that they intend to not bring it out before EVO.
Well, I mean, May is still before EVO.
No, May is before. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they don't intend to bring it out before EVO, then they just won't bring it out in May. They'll wait until August or something like that.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. The interesting thing will be if the way
Paul?
Paul died?
I think he did. He sounded like he fell down a well or something.
Yeah, he definitely fell down a well.
Hello. Oh.
He said Paul Q died.
Okay. Paul may have to restart his router.
I don't know. Can you hear us, Paul?
Paul's a spirit.
He got called to the fucking Shadow Realm or something.
I think he's hearing like craziness from us right now.
Yeah.
Am I still here?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're here now.
Okay, that was really weird because I didn't lose internet connection or anything, and I could hear you guys just fine. So
yeah, your voice was like it kind of faded and then just disappeared.
It might be my mic. This port I'm plugged into gets finicky sometimes, so I might have accidentally hit the wire too hard.
Oh, okay. Well, you sounded like you fell down a cave right when you started talking about ArcSys. So
no, I was gonna say obviously Revelator's already out, and they've put an uncertain spring-ish date around it. So maybe we won't get CF until like July, like around Evo time.
That's what I was thinking, because I don't think they want to. I mean, they could. It won't. Like, would them releasing CF really compromise Revelator's sales? I don't think it would. But as far as what the topic will be later on tonight, they may not want to be overloading people's decisions. Because people are obviously going to buy both, but they're just going to be like, man, how are we going to advertise both at the biggest event of the year if most likely they're probably going to pick one?
Yeah. Oh, no, they're definitely only going to pick one.
Yeah.
I don't get why...
Save it! Don't worry. It's not time yet. Don't worry about it yet. Just save that thought until we get to it, because it's going to be tremendous.
And then, just to cover another thing, speaking of Arxis and Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, this Saturday, November 14th, Southern U.S. players will be holding a lobby to basically be streamed on Nico and Twitch for the Japanese. Players included will be Hotashi, The Arm, Shinobi, Dorn2K, and .Nova. But that is going to be this Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So that's going to be ass early for us. But but so far the events, other than the West Coast event, which had some problems with online connections, the rest of the lobbies have been pretty good. And that's going to be commentated by Biscuits and Zidane. So check it out. And that'll be on Biscuits' Twitch.
Awesome.
Or FT's Nico.
They should just go to Twitch, man. Like, using Nico is just a fucking...
I don't know. For whatever reason, a lot of them still just prefer to use Nico. I feel like Jonio is one of the only people who actually streams on Twitch.
And everybody watches it. Like...
I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but he does get good numbers at odd hours of the night. Sometimes you'll get more than 400 people at like 3 a.m. West Coast time because there's a tournament at Mikado.
Well, who, I don't want to derail it too much, but Jonio and Akihabara Esports Square, those guys will kill it because they're the only two, Japanese outfits streaming on Twitch, and they both put out a really good product. Like Akihabara Sports Square puts out the best product in Japan, and it's Twitch only. So I think, not now, obviously. They're slowly catching on. I think in a couple of years, you will see more Japanese Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
I think there'll be more pretty soon.
More sooner than 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
After the inevitable online streaming war, and when Twitch finally becomes supreme overlord of the internet,
is YouTube and Twitch gonna attack Nico at the same time and just crush them?
Or Twitch is gonna destroy YouTube somehow and absorb Google and get their power.
So what you're telling me is that in the future all restaurants are
something like that.
Okay.
I think
San Angeles Metroplex. Got it.
God. San Angeles. That was.
But that was all the small stuff I had. If anybody else has anything else they want to tack on before we covered the big topics.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. Did we? Oh, I guess another small topic would be Indivisible is actually over the hump right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they broke 800K.
As close an eye on it, I probably should, but.
Yeah, I put my money in finally after I got paid. I dropped like 175 in hopes that it'd reach the 900,000 goal, where if it reaches that, it'll gain more time to do the Indivisible, crowdfunding. It's looking pretty grim so far, but who knows? I'm not sure if moving the goalpost will help that much, considering a lot of funding does happen in the beginning and the end. And while the beginning had kind of a slow start, it's been picking up a lot of press, but it hasn't been getting too much momentum.
I think the
money does seem to be moving a bit faster these past couple of days.
I feel like it would be just beneficial for them to move it, because I'm seeing a lot more people talk about this game, and it would just be a shame for them to just suddenly get on board with it and it ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, it's what? So looking at it right now, it's 5 days left, and while they're halfway there, they still got about 700,000.
Yeah, that's a big margin.
And yeah, that's a big chunk.
But not only that, the European PS4 prototype is going to be released tomorrow, or I guess today if you live on that side of the pond. But yeah, so we'll also have European PS4 players to be able to try it out and see. So
that's maybe an avenue that they hadn't tapped yet.
Well, I mean, I just feel like they probably want to get as many people to play it as possible, and what with the whole every PSN area seems to be owned by different functions of the same PlayStation company. It's probably harder to kind of jump through the hoops to get everything up there. I mean, look how Europe has their stuff come out now. Why can't American companies just, license a game and then also put it out in English-speaking territories or even other common languages? So I don't know exactly how it works.
Well, I mean, I hope it works out for them because I like the way the game plays. It's fun. I love Valkyrie Profile, so something like this is just exactly what I wanted.
I'm kind of more excited for the platforming aspect and the whole.
That is also Valkyrie Profile, though.
Oh, I've never actually played Valkyrie.
Valkyrie Profile was a mix of that battle system with platforming elements. It wasn't as robust as Indivisible, so I really enjoy that. But it is the same idea, so I'm really happy to see that somebody's expanding upon it because it didn't look like after 3 games that Tri-Ace was going to do it.
Yes, Tri-Ace.
Poor Tri-Ace. Poor Tri-Ace. And that's about it for me from small stuff. And then we get into the big issues. Most importantly, being Mr. Wizard dropped a little buzzsaw into the FGC Twitter world today.
It's not even Tuesday.
It's not even Tuesday. Asking everybody, hey, what game do you want to see at EVO 2016? Obviously, this is not a voting anything no voting or anything like that. He likes to do
this every year to sort of stir the pot.
Right,
basically.
And he's successful every year. Every year he does this. Every year people throw their wish lists out there. Some of them are realistic, some of them not so realistic, and it never fails. Every year somebody just doesn't get why their game can't be in the EVO lineup.
Oh, they get why. They make up shit. Oh my god, you guys just take money from the companies and then yeah. Why you won't get into it? Because, SNK doesn't give you guys money.
I mean, you're right. SNK doesn't give them money, so...
that's not why it doesn't get in.
I know that's not why it doesn't get in.
Idiots. It's hey, Killer Instinct made it in. Yeah, look how many entries Killer Instinct got.
Yeah, Killer Instinct actually did pretty well for itself.
You got the least amount of entrants.
Yeah, I know.
As opposed to what?
KOF.
Yeah, what was it?
How many did it end up getting, though? I forget.
They got 300-ish.
311, I think.
We wouldn't even have gotten that.
And that was more than the last year KOF, right?
Yes.
I want to say KOF got, 200 that last year?
Yep.
If
I
that?
believe so.
In 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely only... I mean, I don't know the numbers behind it, but
it was mid between 200 and 300.
It was on that level where it wasn't just that it got a lower amount of entries. It also was lacking a lot of players who people had expected to see.
You mean all the winners of previous years?
It seemed like that game is just cursed because every year the win. Well, I mean, first of all, here's the other thing. Some people have been saying that KOF 13 is cursed because the winner of the previous tournament has never come back for the next year. That's bullshit. Matt KOF came back in 2013. He was there in 2014. A lot of people, for some reason, think Ball won in 2012. I don't know why, but they wanted him to come back in 2013 to get his ass kicked by Matt KOF again. I don't know. But yeah, 2014 didn't have anybody, and it was still a decent tournament. It was still a good KOF, EVO tournament. It just didn't have that, that flair of, having Reynolds go up against, all these people who were gonna knock him off his pedestal. So technically, he still hasn't lost EVO.
My favorite thing about 2014 is people were pissed off that Shanghai and Tokyo were in grand finals. And hearing dumb shit like, Tokyo doesn't deserve it because he doesn't play KOF. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
That's a joke.
Dude, he's just a Street Fighter player. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what does Tokido even mean anyway? Is that some sort of Japanese word or something like that?
That's what his mom.
Probably Japanese for Street Fighter.
It means Ninja Warrior.
It means Ninja Warrior. There you go.
Wow.
But yeah, so Mr. Wizard dropped that that little bomb into the community, and the races are off.
And
people,
as usual, people are getting way too mad already.
yeah, like I can't believe it was 10 a.m. and people were saying shit like, "Man, I can't believe that the lineup's going to be exactly the same as last year, except maybe with Persona not being in it." And I'm like, you can't believe Persona's not going to be at EVO 2016? That's like the one thing you're worried about?
Where's P4U2 console edition?
My God.
The thing I enjoy about this is Wizards like, hey, 7 games, guys. And everyone's like, oh my God, only 7 games? It's like, yeah.
Said that for like the last 3 years. And
Yeah,
it's all
exactly. It's like, hey guys, 7 games only. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll add Melee to this. Wait. And Tekken 7. Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, we're at least getting 8, probably getting 9. Because that's just honest.
Yeah, you just have to look at what's on the table. There's Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, possibly KOF 14, Persona, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, Melee, Smash 4, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, and I know I'm missing something. Tekken 7, Virtua Fighter Pachinko, and I think that's it.
And that's your list.
How many games was that? Did you count? Because I wasn't counting.
11 games.
11
10
games.
I'm sorry, 10 games minus Pachinko.
So, it is possible we might not get Street Fighter 4, just because of the size of the tournament.
Yeah.
Because no game has ever been as big as Street Fighter 4 until, guaranteed, Street Fighter 5.
Yep.
That's gonna be just logistically hard to run, I would say.
I could see a Street Fighter 4 side tournament, and it would be humongous because everybody there would obviously
That's
still
the
be.
thing, but it would take up a shit ton of room.
Yeah, that's
what they do, and this isn't a joke. What they do is Street Fighter 4 High Rollers tournament, and they make it an official Evo event, $50 entry.
just like.
I mean, okay, that would actually work, and it would definitely curb the number of participants.
Yeah, and it's gonna get all the big name players that you want to see in the damn thing, because everyone thinks they can take it.
Oh, and that's another interesting thing is Rising Thunder might.
Yeah,
Really?
Rising Thunder definitely has a chance. I completely forgot about Rising.
I don't know if Rising Thunder will be finished by then, but if it's not, if it's still in, because they're in alpha technically now. If it's still in beta by then, they'll have at least some kind of official side event.
Yeah,
I'm sure
They'll-
since they own the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a little bit.
might have an exhibition or something, right?
Yeah.
But so yeah, I could see. Yeah, like Gibby said, that's actually really smart, Gibby. That if they do Street Fighter 4 as well as Street Fighter 5, they're gonna find a way to make sure not another 5,000 people enter Street Fighter 4.
Just hold Street Fighter 4 from the hours of 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. like every night. And if you really want to play, you can stay up all night.
That would be about the only way you could do it.
Who the fuck's gonna stream that?
Spooky? That dude doesn't sleep anyway.
Let's just make Hanzo do it. He's not allowed to sleep.
I don't sleep at Evo anyways.
I
Exactly.
don't think anybody on the production team does.
You guys are forgetting one thing, that you don't know if Street Fighter 4 is going to be supported by CPT. What if it's supported by CPT and inside every CPT event? It would have to be at Evo.
Oh, no, definitely. That's true.
You think
So-
CPT could end up running 2 games then?
I have no idea.
they
But
definitely
when
can.
would we even know what CPT for 16 is going to look like?
Final
Like,
round would be the first.
Yeah,
tournament.
final round would be the first event. Right now we would assume that they're gonna announce what next year's CPT is gonna be at Capcom Cup this year.
That would make the most sense.
So we've got what is it, 3 weeks, a month? Yeah, it's a month away.
About a month, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll find
don't
out
know.
soon.
In other news, obviously, I would say it's pretty obvious that Guilty Gear is coming back next year.
Oh, yeah.
Guilty Gear got a shit ton of entrants, and it got the most, like, mainstream press coverage of anything ever.
You're welcome.
That shit made it on
didn't do
ESPN.
anything.
It was 100% hell pocket.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't the
1000%.
fact that something crazy happened. It was just Chris with his shitty commentary.
With my RKO out of nowhere.
I think ESPN
Can we
realized
mute?
that this guy is really good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to do it at least once this year.
I think that's a shoo-in. No matter.
Yeah, definitely.
so-
I think guilty. Go ahead.
Okay, the games that you know are a shoo-in right now: Street Fighter V, Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's
Yeah.
all that's 100% in right
Smash, man.
Yeah.
One of the
now.
Smash
Which
games.
Smash? That's the thing.
Melee and 4. They both got
Like-
over 1,000.
Yeah, they both got over 1,000. I think if it comes
Yeah, but
down to them
Is
only holding
Nintendo
one-
gonna allow Melee to come back?
Yeah, dude, they're not on. I don't think they're on their tyrannical shit anymore.
You think?
What? Iwata died, and then they're like, "All right, Melee can stay." Is that what you're trying to
Holy
tell me?
shit.
It's been in the tournament for how long?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's staple at this point. I think Nintendo would be foolish to remove it. It's free advertising.
Do we really want to
It's-
play
The thing
a
is,
13-year-old
it's
game?
not free advertising because they don't make a penny on Melee.
That's true. They don't because they
Unless-
can't sell it anymore.
Unless they take the VODs and they make the money on the VODs. Boom.
I still don't know why they haven't released Melee on Virtual Console.
Because it's gonna not be GameCube perfect, and everyone will complain regardless of whether it's better or
It-
worse.
But
You
if
think-
Nintendo says you have to play it on Wii U, they'll just suck it up and do it.
I don't know.
Like here, check it
They'll
out.
probably just bring their own shit like they always do anyway.
Yeah, you see
Fuck.
what
I mean, that
the
could
third
be
strike
true.
community is with arcade versus console. I think the Melee community would be worse.
Yeah, I think. Melee
I don't know if they would be
1,000.
worse, but I could see it being equivalent.
Bunch of entitled brats just screaming about
Actually,
imperfect
no, the Melee
frames.
community will be better because they'll bring their own CRTs, but Third Strike's not bringing their own cabs.
Oh, that's a
Third
good
Strike.
point. Like Third
Yeah,
Strike,
that's
yeah,
a-
Third
I mean,
Strike just bitched about it and didn't show up.
You didn't bring a candy cab with head to head?
Speaking of Third Strike and didn't show up, fuck you, Allie.
Think he's in work.
Not while I'm, not
Okay,
while I'm
so-
drinking, man.
So
Jesus.
if we're just going by the
Easy,
numbers,
easy.
we're gonna say Street Fighter V, we're gonna say Melee and Smash 4 and Guilty Gear. I almost assume MKX because of them doing a whole new wave of DLC next year, and that Warner Brothers money.
Yep.
Well, it's not
So-
even about Warner Bros. money. MKX got like almost 900. What? 900, 800.
Was it? I thought it was like
Okay.
7. But
7. Who cares? Like that's still a substantial amount. Plus, they've had developer support throughout this entire year, and they had ESL. They've had tournaments.
and like I
throughout
said, they're
the-
getting developer support next year too.
Yeah, so like they when people, I don't like when people say Warner Bros. money is why MKX, and they have a large fan base. They have a large community
true.
that constantly at tournaments.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
So,
So, okay, so that's 5. Well, okay, but then we can talk about KI.
yeah, KI I don't think should ever
KI
be in.
also has developer support, has continued developer support, but the fan base isn't as big. So
Yeah,
what
I
do we
don't-
think?
I don't think KI should be in, and the fact that people are saying KI should be in is 100% personal bias. Like, and I don't think it's bad that they're not in, honestly, because they have their own little like tour thing.
Yeah.
They're at most tournaments, so like, why do they need Evo? Like, they already have a pretty okay fan base to be playing their games, and they seem pretty happy at the moment. Obviously, would they like it larger? Of course, but is it going to happen just because they're at Evo? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of
that's true.
I'm wondering how that will work. Just because, I mean, you could make an argument that KI should not have been in last year for the same reason, that the community wasn't very big.
You think you got kind of shoehorned a little bit?
I mean, I think it definitely got shoehorned.
Hmm.
But I also think MKX did as well because the game wasn't even out yet.
That is a good point.
So, that being said, MKX, if we're gonna go strictly by the numbers, yeah, Hanzo's right. MKX definitely deserves to be in. Does KOF? I mean, not KOF, but KI? Well, same shit.
No, wait. I'll talk about that in a second.
If we're looking at the numbers, maybe not. Especially since we're getting your boy KOF back.
Now, here's the thing. We're getting KOF 14. In theory, it could come out before EVO. I personally, I don't think it's going to come out before EVO. I think they're going to wait until holiday season because here's a game that hasn't had anything happening for it for like 6 years almost, right? They basically came out with a console version, which was an update, and we're appreciative of that, but things went cold after that. And then they come to us with this highly controversial trailer subject matter, which we got a second one of recently, showing off a new characters, Leona and Chang, and people are still just like, and it's not like it's their fault. It still looks very bad. It still looks like shit. The speed of the game looks all right. The movements and the models look terrible. Like things just.
Well, the animations actually look.
No, they don't.
Much the same.
But it's 3D.
Hold on. You need to remember this. The animations look identical to Neo Geo animations in terms of frame.
Yeah.
I'm not joking or anything. It's the Neo Geo. Like, compare the speed to the Neo Geo games. The animations will be the same. It's not gonna be 13. 13 has more animations.
Right.
So you have to go back to the old 16-bit era.
And I'm just but the thing is, like, but we're talking about 3D models here. We're not talking about sprite animation. These are things that you can do better jobs with. And I'm not saying that they're not going to do it eventually, but right now it just looks like a placeholder. Like, none of these characters look right.
Yeah.
And they got to know this.
It's probably like legitimately a stylistic choice, much like how the way Guilty Gear Xrd moves, because it still has a lot of limited frame motion,
right?
Just to make it look exactly like the old thing. But then the old game. But then some other animations, like Soul's running animation, is actually just like a new loop of actual. Like, it looks out of place almost because it has so much more.
It looks so good, right? It looks so dang good, and it's just like, whoa, where'd that come from?
It just has a lot more in between, obviously, because it's just the 3D model moving rather than being positioned into certain awkward. If you looked at it at the wrong angle, you'd be like, "What the fuck happened?" That's cool. The way they did it, it actually looks very nice. They pull it off very well. But this game's looking like a phone game, or typical shovelware almost in the way it animates.
It just looks like a proof of concept. They needed to put something out there, and here's your KOF game for the new 2016 year. Be happy. All your favorite characters are in it. We spent 5 days on this.
Yeah, but going on with that, thinking about King of Fighters 14. How is it, and how's it going to play, and what would you want it to play like? You know what I mean?
Well, nobody knows that. Everybody knows what they didn't want happening in KOF 13, but...
No, but I mean, is it going to be another 13, or another 2002, or another 98, or is it going to be in typical King of Fighters fashion and evolve the gameplay some way that people might not like as much, but
maybe it'll be 11.
Different.
Make it like 11.
Yep, look at it right now. The rumors from last year and early this year were stating that the game is going to go back to its more traditional roots, KOF 97-98 style.
Yeah.
And people who are watching the trailer say it looks just like 97.
In what way?
No one says. They say it looks like.
Yeah, they don't ever ask that.
I'm like,
so that's my thing. I don't care, and this is gonna sound extremely arrogant to me, but I don't give a shit. I really don't care what 99% of the people tell me what a King of Fighters game looks like. Half these damn people have no idea what a KOF game is outside of 13. The majority of them are talking out of their ass. They don't know what a goddamn King of Fighters game pre-13 looks like, unless it's 2K2
With 12.
In which case. No, not 12. No one acknowledges 12's existence. So, when people tell me, "Oh, this game looks and plays like 98," shut the fuck up. Simple as that. That's all I have to say to happen. Just wait. We're gonna have hands-on in a few weeks.
Yeah, right? It's coming out at PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a playable demo there. We don't know what's going to be available yet. We don't know how many setups or any of that stuff. And for those who don't know, PlayStation Experience is being held alongside Capcom Cup, or Capcom Cup is being held within PlayStation Experience, I should say. So you can go there, get your Capcom on, and you can go there and play other crap too.
You can watch me cry over KOF 14.
You can watch Hell Pockets cry over KOF 14. It's going to be great.
drunk crying Hell Pockets is just going to be enough.
What if it's sober crying Hell Pockets?
Oh, man, that might even be worse, actually.
Right?
That's just going to be me being angry.
So
we'll see.
This isn't a guarantee, but if you see me at the Sony Experience, you get a free $100 because I'm probably not going to be there. That's tentative because I still might. We'll see.
That tentative $100. If I show up, you don't get shit.
Yeah, pretty much that's how it goes.
14 plays like when it comes out. If it does come out let's say between March and April, which I highly doubt. Good chance it'll make it into Evo. I'm 100% sure the community will back it only because they want to support the game. They'll support the game the first year for sure. Depending on how the game pans out and how SNK supports the game, people will just go back to playing 13 or playing jack shit.
Right, and
same thing.
Both of the scenarios aren't that bad though. Like, there's a chance that if KOF 14 shits the bed, people are just like, we're gonna go back to playing 13, and we're gonna do it in mass.
It is bad. If they don't support 14, people aren't gonna the players will support 13. Yeah, sure, but you're not gonna have the majority of the big tournaments running 14.
Possibly, yeah.
Look, no matter what anyone
people
tells you,
support KOF 13.
Yeah, when? Exactly. This is what I was leading into right now. Okay, people say how huge KOF is, and I agree. KOF is huge. Tournament-wise, doesn't get the support that people claim it does. Only at Evo did it get a shit ton of numbers. After the first year of KOF, numbers declined like crazy, like by half, more than half.
Even Wild Wallace has given up.
Yeah,
he
Wild Wallace
finally gave up. He said, there's just no reason. He's like, I had to finally admit to myself that I just don't care about KOF anymore.
He's a fucking pussy.
Because it sucked the life out of the kid. Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just real shit. Is because he used to drive up and down. He took a stream setup with him, and he'd go to Super Arcade. He'd go to, wherever people said they would actually show up to play KOF. And motherfuckers didn't show up.
That's what I'm saying. In his defense, he got burned. Like, he didn't.
No,
people.
I mean, that's the fucking scene in general, dude. That's just the reality of it.
And when
motherfuckers don't show up anywhere.
Yeah. When people say, no, the KO scene's not like this, bullshit. I've been a part of this goddamn scene for over 20 years. Don't sit here and tell me the King of Fighters scene is not like this.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think people play the game and they enjoy the game.
Oh, yeah, they do.
But that has nothing to do with the tournament scene.
Yeah. It sucks. And hopefully this doesn't happen with 14. You want, as a community, you're gonna want KOF 14 to succeed. Just because it's your game. Sure, you don't like it. I'll use myself as an example. I wasn't big on 13. I pushed the shit out of that game. I wanted that game to do well, even though I wasn't big on it. I didn't like it compared to older KOS. But guess what? I still supported it because I'm an idiot. And I wanted to do well.
Well, you supported it. You allowed yourself to be the guinea pig for Clarkinator. You basically became my partner for life in this shit. Basically, I mean, you and Abe.
Let's just to put it in perspective. The biggest KOF tournament turnouts that Southern California ever got, which is supposedly supposed to
is the Mecca. Is the
KOF,
Mecca.
By the way.
Yeah. We've never broken 100.
Huh?
We've never broken 100 here.
No, we didn't. The first SCR, I want to say it got 70 or 80.
Yeah, if I remember right, the first SCR had 85, and the UFGT following that SCR had more. So final round had more, UFGT had more, NCR had about the same as SCR, and Evo, those numbers are very skewed.
The Atlas event, I want to say got 40 or 50-ish when they did that special Atlas event.
It was 63 if I remember right.
Okay, more than I thought. But I think those were the biggest turnouts that the game had in Southern California at all.
Yeah, they were.
Period.
And this is
most
to be,
times,
KOF.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, and most times when they tried to run the game at the run back or something like that, it was lucky to get a 16-man bracket.
Yeah.
And that's just being honest.
No, that's exactly what happened. And I would watch that every week, and I would just think to myself, man, you guys have the best players. NorCal may be pushing this game harder than anybody else in the world, but we don't have the best players by far. And
I wanted to I'm sorry for interrupting you, Chris. I'm going to forget to say this. I wanted to bring up this point. PR Balrog put up a tweet earlier this week. He put up several tweets about how games die or don't die or whatever, and he brought up KOF as an example. He said after Korea won the first King of Fighters event, his words were something to the effect of, after Korea deprived Mexico of their game's title, the game had a huge boom. That's complete bullshit. The game did not have a huge boom.
It just dropped off.
The game leading up to EVO was doing extremely well here in SoCal. We were getting minimum 35 entries per tournament. It was between 35 and 45 for the run back. After EVO, just died out. We never got
into a dumpster.
Yeah, we would get between 15 and 20 people.
I remember the first weekly after EVO that a lot of people were still they came out of Evo being like, oh man, KOF's riding this high. It had such good numbers, and I swear to God, like 12 people showed up.
Yeah, like no one would show. You had like, you still had Bala showing every week, and then he left the country, and then that was it. He was done. He didn't count anymore. And then no one else showed up. You had some people supporting every week, like once again Wild Wallace, who just took time out of his life to stream it, to hold the tournaments, to run the brackets, to promote it, do all that shit, and get nothing after.
And what's funny is you could tell immediately why the numbers dropped off so bad after Bala left was because it was literally only the Orange County guys who were coming. All the players from Orange County would carpool in. There was like 5 or 6 of them who would basically try to roll together, and all the guys from downtown LA just never fucking came. Yeah. They'd come maybe once a month, and then they're like, "Oh man, why is nobody here?" It's like, the fuck do you think? You never come.
The bigger fuck up was they were going to other arcades and playing this game. Like, they were not even trying to be secretive about that. There would be events happening at Super Arcade that people had known about for weeks, and they're over at what is that fucking Alex Arcade, trying to start something over there. And I'm not saying that you have to go to one arcade for this or whatnot, but I'm just like, you can't do that and then wonder why the scene is split.
All you have to do in this case, like, if you don't want to take my word for it, because I am a huge asshole, you can talk to a fellow asshole of mine named Mike Watson. He can tell you exactly what happened, and he'll tell you the same shit I'm telling you right now. The majority of the KOF scene promised that they'd show up, promised that they would be there and say, hey, hold events on this day, and no one ever showed. It sucked.
Yeah, and it's really disappointing because a lot of the new players who came into KOF 13 and were really excited about it, they all got burned.
They got no one to play.
A lot of people who were coming into the scene, like maybe this was their first serious game. They played like Street Fighter 4, and they're like, "Oh man, KOF 13, I really like this game. I want to get good," and just scene fucking just shit on them. It let them down, like in the most basic way. Like the veteran players of the KOF scene who were supposed to be there because everybody says KOF is such a strong, great scene, fucking just ditched them.
And that shit has been happening since 2011, man. Like, there were players who were trying to get good at that game, and the scene was still fucking with them.
And so this brings me back to my original point. This is why you don't want KOF 14 to fail, because KOF 13 has nothing going for it right now. How many did it have at SCR? 20, 25 people?
Okay, no, I will dispute that. I think it's got some stuff going for it outside of America, but in America, yeah.
But you want something to be held at Evo.
Right.
You want your game to be
the KOF community at Evo has always been incredibly international, and so I don't think that'll go away with 14. I think that'll probably get bigger, but we want it to get bigger with 14. So I agree with you.
Yeah, we want it to get bigger, but there's no guarantee that we'll have the same international presence for 14. Even the Japanese are frowning upon 14 right now. They don't like what they see, and it's all over Twitter. Just read Japanese games.
No, I know. I've seen it, and it's more than disheartening. It's kind of scary because it's getting pretty close to the point where we can touch this game, and if it still looks like that, it might just be too late to sell it.
Go on.
It's like, do you actually believe that a tournament organizer is going to look at this game and, the trailer and see all the response behind this and just be like, you know what, put that in the tournament? I know it's not out, but fuck it. Who in their right mind would do that unless they're getting paid an exorbitant amount of money?
Not by SNK, shit.
Yeah, I can't see this even being considered for Evo. Frankly, even seriously.
No,
I'm kind of with you, honestly.
It's gotten such a bad start, and it's so weird that they basically entered into an exclusive contract with Sony to do this, and they presented themselves twice with this horrendous-looking game.
And look at how Unio did. Unio was released. It got really good criticism by a lot of people. It had a really good entrance. Guess what? Wasn't at Evo.
Well, that's another story entirely.
Yeah, I'm just saying, do you think a game has negative reception probably not even going to have a tournament scene?
No, I don't think it will. I think they need to overhaul this game incredibly before it comes out. And, I've heard people tell me, there's no way this game is going to look like this when it comes out. And I agree with them, because if SNK wants to make money, they're not going to put this game out looking like that.
Yeah, I just want to see how...
if the game changes visually, people... And this is what's kind of bothering me about this. everyone's like, oh, don't worry, the gameplay will make up for it. If the gameplay
No.
is amazing, people will overlook the graphics. No, that's bullshit. You know how I know this? King of Fighters pre-12 in terms of visuals all look like
Shitty.
shit.
Yep.
Some of them played great. Like you have 2 or 3 really damn good King of Fighters games that everyone rags on because it looks like the game was made on Nintendo or Super Nintendo. That's essentially what it.
I've admitted that in the past. I was like, KOF games are fun, but by 2001, the game looked like it was stuck in 1996, and that was a turnoff. I'm sorry, it just is.
It's the same damn sprites, yeah.
Created in 96.
So you can't expect people to play 5, 6, 8, 10-year-old looking games.
Yeah.
I mean, if you played them back when they first came out, it's like I still love ST. I played ST when it came out.
Oh yeah.
But it's still ST.
It's a very hard sell right now to tell somebody who's coming into the scene right now with something like Street Fighter V or, good God, Guilty Gear Xrd, to be like, hey, come play this game. They're going to be like, that looks like shit. Why would I play that?
Yep.
Not only that, not people playing, viewers as well. Viewers, they're going to look at KI, they're going to look at Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter V, Guilty Gear, Unio, all these games look amazing. And then they're going to see this. They're going to go, what the hell am I looking at? Like, what is this? And sure, the game could play it great.
But the viewers are not going to give a crap about how it plays because they're just going to...
This game could play just like 98. Okay, it could be my goddamn wet dream KOF, and I will play it, I will support it, but if it still looks like shit, I'm not going to say, oh, it's an amazing game, screw the graphics. No, you cannot say screw the graphics in this day and age when it comes to HD shit.
When I was commentating KO 13 with Abe at Evo, most of the people told me this game is beautiful. They didn't know why Ball lost Mad KOF. They just know that it looked really awesome when it happened,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when 98%, sorry, I don't want to use that number too much, but 98% of the audience is just going to see the visuals.
Alex, you at work?
I forgot to turn off text-to-speech. Sorry. But so most people are just gonna look at how it looks, and they're not gonna care about how it plays or how people are going to, like maybe a small percentage are going to be like, hey, that was like, early smart movement. This guy's really taking good advantage of this gameplay style. Whatever.
You want to put it plain and simple. You know how people say don't judge a book by its cover? No one does that shit.
Yeah, we always judge the book by its cover.
Yeah, and that's what people are going to do with this, and that's what's going to suck. Like
the only time you don't judge a book by its cover is once you've actually opened the book and read the pages.
Yeah, but
and if you can't get the people to open the damn book, it's not going to happen.
Right. They'll just be like, this didn't look good from the get-go. I'm going to move on.
So,
Jibey said
I definitely think, I'm just going to say this straight up too, that KOF 14 and whoever thinks that KOF 14 has a chance needs to assume that you're starting from nothing.
Yeah,
Don't assume there is a KOF scene because there really isn't. Not a dedicated one. You're basically going to have to create a whole new scene for that game, and like Hanzo was saying,
Did he die again?
Yeah, I think he did.
He agreed with me, so they killed him.
Paul, if you can still hear us, you died. I think you've been replaced by a Third Strike player.
Yo,
yeah, there you go. See?
I don't know why I keep dying. That's really weird. I'll have to check. You guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, once again, I'm all for this. I will support the shit out of this game, even if it's bad. Like, I'm just gonna support it because it's something I've been doing for 2 decades now with this fucking series, and I'm gonna continue to do it because I enjoy it. I may not like all the people in the scene, but I still help out the people in the scene just because I want it to do well. I want the game to succeed. Yeah. And it's hard to have a game succeed when it doesn't get the proper support. Like, I love using this as an example. Okay, so everyone says how dedicated the KOF scene is, how all the veterans and the new players got together and did all this shit. Cool, that didn't happen. Okay, stuck with each other, and you had some of the new players try to come in, and a lot of us, and this is me including. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, hey, I welcome the new players with open arms." I was a big dick to them. So a lot of us just treated them like shit and pushed them away in different ways. Some gameplay, some like me, just attitude-wise, and a few others attitude-wise as well. But then you have the Guilty Gear scene, who did exactly this. They took the new players and they just put them in their arms and they rocked them and they created one beautiful dude who wins tournaments now.
I mean, to be fair, that only happened with Xrd. Like,
yeah, with Xrd.
When AC Plus R, yeah, that was a mess.
Oh yeah, with Plus
R, we kind of learned.
We
kind of learned for our. I mean, to be fair, we had to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh no, mistakes is great. I wonder when the King of Fighter scene's gonna do it.
I'm not really sure. We'll figure it out.
Also, quick aside.
What's up?
As his lawyer, I take all credit for Julian winning.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So he gets absolutely no credit. Never mind. I take back everything good I said about the kid. Boom.
Say it about me.
You're an amazing.
All he wants is your approval, and you just took it away.
I mean, he just said all the credit goes to him, so I can't give it to Beautiful Dude. I got to give it to his lawyer.
I will say just to kind of, finish up with the KOF scene, because we're just kind of bashing them, and it's not going to change anything. We did bring up Under Night, which is sort of the opposite of KOF in that it still has a very strong core, dedicated amount of players, but it just doesn't have that, I guess, just national appeal in a lot of ways. I mean, the game seems to get, I would say, for a smaller game, decent numbers at tournaments, but it just doesn't feel like there is the level of support that makes me think that even the new version can make Evo. Personally.
I mean, let's look at the environment, the fighting games that are in these days. Even at Evolution, all these games are long-standing series. They've been around for quite some time. That are definitely popular. Under Night's still pretty much new guy on the block.
Yeah. I
mean, sure, we had Melty Blood, but this isn't Melty Blood. It's a game made by the same company, but it's radically different. So, it's tough to really get out there, especially when you're such a small company as French Bread, to get your game out there and to get people to play it. Not that it's any bad or anything. It's a great game. It's just hard in this kind of climate.
What are you gonna say, Hanzo?
Like, people talk about Union not getting in, and that's all fine and dandy, but you have to look at that Union had such high numbers before Evo.
Yep.
It was fucking destroying Persona that was in Evo.
Yep.
So
I mean, it should have made it over Persona. I would agree with that.
Well, that
Carter, you're trying to tell me that Evo is just 100% a meritocracy, where nobody can potentially gain influence, via financials, as opposed to genuine scene presence.
I never like to assume that, dude.
Okay.
But you're right. But I definitely think that I can't say for sure, but I want to say that it not being an Evo hurt the game.
I think it did too, because it was riding super high and there was no reason for it not to be in, is what I'm saying.
No, what happened, and I remember this because a lot of us were talking about this, just interest for the game dropped once it's like, oh, it's not going to be an Evo? There's no chance of it being an Evo?
It's still like great numbers, though, up until even that CEO.
Oh, yeah, it still got great numbers, but plenty of people still stopped playing it after the Evo announcement. Or the
That's
game
true,
announcement.
I guess. You can't actually measure that, but...
No, that's why I said I don't know for sure, and yeah, I mean, we would have to literally break it down to each major, which it wasn't always a main game, so it's going to kind of... Probably.
Did Union have a side tournament at Evo?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Union was a main game in all the other majors. Like, it had Sunday finals.
How many entries did it have at Evo? Do you guys know?
I don't off the top of my head. I'm sure I can find out. See if
I don't know any of the side tournament numbers.
Let me check, see if I can find it really quick.
Yeah.
Ask Daryl Bunwow. Daryl Bunwow. There we go.
But you have to look at things like CEO Otaku. Like, if Union's not in Evo, it's at CEO Otaku, and it still got good numbers. They had Japanese fucking presence, the best fucking player in the world at that game, playing that game.
Wait, really?
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, Go One was there.
Holy shit.
And so does it not being at Evo really matter to an extent? If CEO Otaku's the major for these anime games, maybe you should build that up and not necessarily pay much attention to the Evo for your main game, I guess.
I'm going to say...
If you're playing these poverty games.
You're completely right, but people are also asinine. As a Third Strike player, my game kind of went by the wayside after 2010, because guess what didn't come back?
The marijuana?
That was your swan song, though, man.
So, okay, by the way, DJ Cream said Uniel had about 100.
That's pretty good for a side tournament. Not good for Uniel. So. Not good for in terms of hey, we were doing more than 100 if it had all year, but that's still pretty good. That is definitely
good, also considering that it's 100 where it's not on your schedule. Like,
Right,
you went to
that's the
Evo
big
and
thing.
You're like, I probably entered Marvel, I entered Street Fighter 4, maybe MK, and if, fucking God allows it, I'm going to find a way to make it to my Unio pools.
And you made it, or at least you paid for it.
Yeah.
So, no. So I still think Unio could probably make a sizable impact if Uniist decides to come out on console anytime soon. I don't see it happening, though, because it's... Oh, man.
Well, okay, I will say something that Hanzo brought up is a good point going forward, is that now, with stuff like C Otaku, basically now that there are more dedicated majors, obviously we've talked about this on the show, that Frosty Faustings was sort of the beginning of that, where it was, yeah, we run other games, but this is centered around Guilty Gear. And C Otaku is like, hey, we're running this basically to cater to all of these Air Dash, anime, whatever you want to call them, games. So then maybe it's not really that big of a deal, and maybe that could help some games start to get a little footing, because hey, it doesn't necessarily matter. Yeah, it's a feather in your cap if you make it to Evo, but there are still all these other tournaments where good players are going to show up anyway.
And you can always just majors are big, and having somebody throw like the biggest gamer party for you, and all you have to do is show up. It feels really nice, makes you feel like you've made it somewhere. But you can always rely, if you have the ecosystem around you, on the 5-man weekly. You get a couple people together, you keep playing, you stream it. That's what we do.
I think what you want to do as a community is, you can have your one dedicated event for it, but you want to build everything up towards that event or towards Evo or both. Like, you want to try to get more people to show up. You want to try to build up hype and find new shit, do shit, in order for that big event to be even that much better. Make people more interested in going, playing, watching, whatever.
Right, because if you just have the event out of nowhere, people are gonna be like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah. But that, thinking about that's kind of interesting, because Evo's the tournament, right? The winner of Evo is fucking...
Oh yeah, it's the finals, man. If you're not a Street Fighter 4 player.
But with the way... Yeah, but that's the thing. With Street Fighter 4 this year, we've had all these things where you have to be invited to Capcom Cup. So shouldn't that actually hold such a higher standard? But do people actually think or feel that way?
No,
Street Fighter
The way
4.
Capcom Cup makes you better?
about this for a long time, because you have to understand that if someone's working on Capcom Cup, they want Capcom Cup to be bigger than Evo. They want it to be the biggest thing, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So why is Evo so much better? Well, Evo's been around for how many years? 14, 15, however fuck long. And how many of the people going to this event have been to an Evo before? A staggering amount. And we still get a shit ton of new people come every year, but a majority of the people are returning. So you have such a foothold on the community, and it's been the number one for so long. It's like saying you bring in a new fucking the NFL championships, and it's that's not the Super Bowl. It's nah, but it's the championship.
It's after the Super Bowl. It's the Pro Bowl.
Whatever, yeah, you know what I mean? No one gives a fuck. It has to be the number one event what people give a shit about. And I think eventually Capcom Cup's gonna get bigger, and maybe even eclipse Evo in regards to Street Fighter events. But I want to see other developers do that too, like KI, MKX. Why is Evo the end-all be-all? I don't think it should be for any game.
I just think it is because it is by default. It's been there, like you said.
It's pretty much the standard right now.
Yeah, but I want that to change for every game. No offense to Evo.
Well, nobody's supposed to stop.
It would be great for games to have their own shit. I mean, we've talked about this
what
on
about
the show.
Arc Revo?
Yeah.
That's Japan.
Well, Arc Revo is ran by fucking... That event's run so horribly, I can't even put it up.
I would still love to see a US Arc Revo. I think it would be amazing.
As long as Arc System Works isn't running it, I'm okay with it. If they hire out people to run it, then yeah, because their Arc Revo over there is a fucking joke for years. And I've been very vocal about that. It's fucking stupid. They need
Arc
to pull their
Revo
heads
is
out of
usually
that.
held around September, right?
Yeah, it's right after
August.
Evo.
Well, normally mid-August-ish.
Yeah, it's right after Evo, and it's no breathing time.
Yeah, I asked because I was gonna say we can make Frosty Faustings that and have it at the same time
Well,
be a qualifier. But that's,
I mean, ArcSys should smarten up because they already run Arc Revo and they've already got qualifiers all around the world for people to attend Arc Revo. They need to just be like, hey, we got Arc Cup. You know,
Arc Revo would be fine if they didn't have one match and then spend 30 minutes having. That's literally don't know what.
That's programming.
It's like they have a fucking conversation for like 20 minutes. That's okay, great. How about you just show us the matches?
You know what that is? That is the old school Super Battle Opera programming coming
and
through.
Super Battle Opera was shitty too.
It was shitty.
SBO was awful. It was very awful.
I want to say that's probably why ArcSys doesn't want to put their have a presence in the U.S. with it because of the bad taste that was left in their mouths from SBO from Texas. Houston.
Man, that can't. No.
That's not an excuse anymore.
First, no, I agree with Gibby so much that I would not. If I were them, I would be hesitant to give them any sort of leeway with my brand. I definitely wouldn't want that happening again. Because if it happens twice, I'm an asshole. You know, I'm not a victim anymore.
I mean, it is true, but I agree with Hanzo. Is that should not be an excuse anymore? Like
no, because we've proven that we won't. That we're like we kicked them out of the scene. They're gone.
Well, I mean, the thing about that is that should not have any bearing on how their event is run. Sure, it puts a little black mark on the qualifiers and the people that we send over there, but that's more on us than on them.
Exactly. Like, they can just be like, we just gave the ticket.
Their event sucks is because it sucks.
Well, yeah, that's another story entirely. But if they give it to, if they give Arc Real,
I love that they run this because it's nice to see them feature their games. But damn, like, get some actual structure to it. Holy shit!
If they give Arc Revo the seg, it'll be immaculate.
Thank you. I would love it.
Yeah.
To a child, honestly. Right now, it's fucking dog shit.
Tell us how you really feel, Carson.
I fucking hate it. It's actually embarrassing for that company. It's actually one of the most embarrassing things I've seen for a company to do since like fucking Enron. Like,
damn.
It lacks so much fucking thought to put that stream up and say it's your fucking company and then run the tournament like you did. It's just fucking asinine.
You know who does a better stream than Arc Revo? Akihabara Esports Square.
Yeah, Game Newton is fucking amazing.
Game Newton should be the fucking standard in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, totally, man.
Game Newton is better than 90% of the shit we have here in the States too. Like, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
That tribute crap, man. I need that going for me. Buy me a beer, please.
I love how non-intrusive the UI is. Fuck overlays. Just give me the names. Give me the score.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
It's like watching.
I do enjoy it.
No, man. Martin needs to make his money, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, fuck that.
Blu-ray, baby.
I mean,
if Super Arcade had a tribute system, it would be 1,000 times more popular.
Hey, you might be onto something there, actually.
Tributes is amazing. I love that system. I don't know if people know what it is. Basically, you can buy people who are playing food and drinks from the bar.
And they have to drink and eat.
And they have to drink it.
It's not one of those things like, oh, thank you, but no, you have to do it.
What sucks is that shit literally just can't work in LA because of all the stupid rules and regulations. But man, like somebody in the Midwest where we drink way too much needs to fucking do this. Like literally put together a game center.
You know where we can do this? We can do this at 82.
I was actually thinking, the problem is, man, you're going to be spending a lot of money because drinks at 82 are a bajillion fucking dollars.
That's an actual donation then.
Yeah, we're not spending the money. It's the people paying us tribute.
Right? See, what you do is
sugar daddies
buying the drinks from 82. We just bring like a couple 24 packs of Coors.
Oh, we just throw them in a cooler out back?
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, get this tribute. Oh, Gibby's playing KOF 98 on stream. Fucking buy that guy 5 Coors.
Yeah.
It's just like a bottle of water.
And then you gotta drink them all.
Also, look, you're thinking too small. Why bring a cooler? No, you roll in the KOF MVS machine with a goddamn ice chest on the inside of it. That way.
I'm in there, man.
That new tech?
I'm in there, man.
Fuck that.
You got it.
You bring the goddamn truck and you just have a fucking meat smoker on the back. Tri-tip for everyone.
Damn.
Yes.
Screw that.
Oh man, no, that's what we're
just fill the fire hose full of Guinness and pump it into my veins.
Yeah, I know what we can do. I'm gonna pitch an idea to Watts. That's what I'm gonna do. Pitch an idea to Watts,
You do
and
it.
we're gonna get.
I think that if we did have the tribute system, there should definitely be like a queue and a cooldown system because people are gonna get fucking stupid one day. They're gonna be like, "Hey,
What do you
70
think
beers
happens
to
on those
Mondo," and then he's
Japanese
fucking dead. I know,
streams?
but there's gotta be a limit. Come on, man.
No. From what I can tell, there's no limit. I remember seeing HNK, the HNK stream. He had six beers. And he just kept going like, "Oh shit, Jesus, why? No,
Like
please."
I mean, I think there should be a point at when the bar notifies you that you can't because this dude is cut off.
Yeah,
But
that
I don't.
would- yeah.
Other than that, like I don't think there.
Let's not kill anyone.
We would need
Yeah,
that here.
exactly.
Yeah, we would need some. We would need that here.
You have like a queue and a cooldown system. Like this
Yeah.
guy, you can give him like a maximum of 5 beers, and the beers cool off after like every hour or so. You know?
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be cool. I'd be down.
Imagine. Okay, this isn't a joke. Imagine Hell Pockets somewhere. Everyone knows Hell Pockets likes to drink. Imagine how many people are going, "Oh, I want to see Hell Pockets drink all the beers." See? Oh, then it's gonna get.
The thing that's
buying
crazy
shit.
about that too, because isn't Japanese beer super fucking heavy?
Nah.
Like,
No, it's
No.
pretty light. No, well, it
Really?
depends on what it is. I'll say what it depends on what it is.
If
For
it-
the mainstream stuff, it's pretty light.
Yeah, there's stuff out the store is like you can drink that on the street. It's water.
Yeah.
I don't mean alcohol. I mean.
What the fuck
on
would
your
you mean,
stomach,
then?
Like filling.
Oh no, it's just
Like-
that's just like any other beer. It's just carbonation.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
I mean, like, all right, so like their liquor is pretty serious. Like their whiskey, that's it go down smooth, but it ain't smooth on your inebriation level.
Yeah, I've only had Japanese whiskey once, and it was very good.
That stuff will mess you up. Have you seen dots and birds and stuff? Zippity doo dah.
I didn't throw
Oh
up. that
wow!
time.
Stop! Just stop!
Just saying, man.
But so okay, back on topic.
Uncle Jemima's mash. You like?
There are a couple questions.
Son of a bitch.
So
Okay, Paul, go on. Sorry.
Tekken 7.
Will that be at Evo?
We've had a 3D game every year at Evo. However, it has felt, I mean, and everybody notices the 3D community in recent years has shrunk. I'd say drastically.
Yeah.
But Namco is, I mean, we don't know when console Tekken 7 is coming out, but they brought the arcade version last year anyway. So Tekken 7 and Evo, I would say yeah.
I don't think there's anything. What else would be there? Like, what else would we choose?
I told you already. Virtual Fighter 6 Pachinko, you idiot. God damn it. It's on my list of 11 games I mentioned earlier.
I forgot about it.
He's not lying. He definitely
Mentioned it. I mean, you know something I don't. Which is
Well, we don't even have the release date for Tekken 7, but then again,
Yeah.
it wasn't out last year, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
what I
Evo.
wait. So is it still in like?
The thing with Tekken that Tekken 7 people need to remember, it was a special entry game. It wasn't an official game. It was an official side game.
Okay.
Really?
That was the thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either, to be honest.
And they held it, and then all they streamed was top 8.
Last year though at Evo, it wasn't officially out though, right?
I believe it was officially out in Japan and Korea.
Yeah, so that's the thing is that Tekken 7 has not ever been now it is. It wasn't like widely released in the region because normally when games come out in Japan, that normally means it's for that whole region.
Right.
The game is technically released. Tekken 7 didn't work like that. First, it was only in Japan. Then they spread it to Korea, and then only within the last few months, after he started to get the Loke test, did they actually spread it to Oceania and Southeast Asia.
Okay. So
The thing is the interesting part is, you talk to a lot of Tekken players, and I've talked to a lot of people are feeling that even either before console release, prepping for console release, or with console release, their game's going to get a big update.
Probably, I could see that happening.
Because they've done it with the last few games.
Mhm.
So we're going to probably get more characters and a balance change, and who knows when that's going to be.
And it's not gonna have a tag system, but it's gonna have a striker system.
oh,
Works
don't
just
no
like
no
tag.
no man, don't do that.
I'm gonna use Jack with what's the move called? I always forget. Patriot something. He fucking launches people in the air. Boom.
Oh, yeah, his raise the roof move.
Yeah. Just have
Like,
striker
I think
Jack
it's called a
come in.
Patriot Flare or something like that.
Yeah.
I just don't like that you have a game that's not even out on consoles at Evo. But that's not how it was back in the day, you know. It was only arcade games.
Yeah.
To an
I
extent.
think
So
with
I don't know.
Sony funding Street Fighter V and King of Fighters 14, we could see Terry Bogard in Street Fighter V.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. I'll
could be in
fuck
a good game
everybody
finally.
up.
He could be in a good game. Hey, he was in CvS.
He was in CvS too, and he wasn't that bad.
Wait, right.
My Terry will fuck you up. I'm telling you, man.
Doubtful.
No, I will crush you.
My Terry is legit.
Dude, Chris, he used your real name.
He used my real name, really? I wasn't even paying
He
attention.
just called you out right now.
He used my government name.
He just said, "I will fuck you up, Hell Pockets."
Oh, well. In that case, the gloves are off, sir. And I don't even wear gloves.
You gotta call me
Scratching,
Big Dick.
scratching raw. I will scratch that big dick raw.
I like where this is going.
All right, so is this match gonna happen? Because I mean, I might
No, he doesn't want to play. You know what?
Hanzo versus Hell Pockets and CvS 2. That's a shit show. Nobody
I
wants
want to
watch.
see it. Like first to one, because fucking that game will take too long. It's
It's like one and done, right?
yeah, just one and done.
No, first to 2, but ratio 4 zone.
You know
I
that.
play Team
First to
Maga.
2, but you gotta win by 2. There you go. It'll never end.
Oh, Jesus.
I play Terry, Rio, and King.
got it.
Definitely.
You played.
Oh
yeah,
my
you have-
god!
Yeah, baby.
You have like the absolute worst team.
Hold on, you mean to tell me
You are
you
fucking
don't play
trash.
Kim, Terry, Joe?
I don't play Kim in that game because Leezy
Because
told.
he's too good.
He's too good. He's too good. I got Leezy was like, oh, the Leezy told me play Kim and K113. He was like, man, I wish Kim could do that shit. In CVS I was like, yeah, me too. He fucking sucks.
Wow.
I mean, compared to
Yeah.
King, he's
Both-
like god tier.
Nah, King is good for
Kim and
like.
Joe are both very solid in that game. What the fuck would you play him?
I've
King is considered like bottom 3 or some shit. Right?
no, she's definitely bottom 0. Like she's like like
like her.
she is
Fucking-
the bottom
Yeah, it's like,
chick,
Isn't
man.
Rio
Ghost
down there
tier or
too,
something.
though? Isn't Rio pretty
No,
shit?
No, Rio's okay.
Rio-
Rio's okay.
Rio's got some shit.
Yeah, Rio's okay.
I just really enjoyed that Chris had a staircasing team where you're like, oh, Terry's not that bad. Rio's okay. King, what the fuck is your what the hell's your problem? Like,
Nah,
Like,
King.
Joe,
He's gonna,
King
he's got
starts.
all of the surprise rows. Get ready to get tap danced on.
Oh man, King is good on point. King is okay on point.
No, she's not. No,
like, I don't-
you're
King is
fucking
okay.
wrong.
K
hold
Groove
on, hold
King
hold
on point.
Hold on. What groove?
K Groove.
You are fucking stupid. Like, you are
Nah,
legit daft.
my JDs are immaculate, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're playing.
JD's nuts.
You're
Jesus.
playing fucking a character.
I
that
punish-
you really
I-
take care of.
I
it.
punish with
Take
j-
advantage with it.
I punish with jumping roundhouse all the time. JD jumping roundhouse.
You're stupid.
Empty jump
I
JD
got money on
roundhouse.
Carter. I
All
got
right,
money.
Carter. Look, I don't care how much he says he's gonna scratch your dick raw. I got at least 50 on you. Like,
Yeah, I play.
All right.
I play Honda Blanca.
I've got.
Oh my god, he's definitely winning. Like, he said Sagat and Blanca. I was like, 2 or 3 characters on Chris's team can't even beat those characters.
yeah, and
Oh.
he's got Honda in the front. That's like the guaranteed scrub killer.
All I'm gonna say is that my Rio is the anchor, and trading with him is always in my advantage.
Your game facts justifications are throwing me for a loop. Like,
Because I don't do none of Rio. All I do is half circle back punch, and if I trade with you, I'm always at a frame advantage. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
what's your confirming to that move?
Just anything. You know how many freaking look. All right. First of all, Rio has 2 moves that put you in a stun animation, regardless of whether or not they get the full animation or not. Basically,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
half
aware.
circle back punch and Zanretskin. If I trade with you, you're still frozen for like I don't even know how many frames. It's like a day and a half. I can do whatever I want to you. I get super.
Wow,
I get the super.
except You realize that so could Honda or Blanca or Sagat, and they're all super invincible. So you try to do that move, and you.
Are you telling me that
Hanzo
Hanzo Gonzo's gonna RC me? Are you telling me he's gonna RC on
Hold
me?
on, we did. That's a good point.
Are you gonna tell me Hanzo's gonna RC on me?
Groove.
You're a K Groover? Okay.
Oh, he's fucking fucked, man.
No, because fucking K Groove Blanca and K Groove Sagat do a shit ton, and if you get hit by K Groove Honda Super, you're dead.
He's
Yeah.
not gonna hit me with K Group Honda Super. He's not even gonna JD anything, man.
If you block K-Groove Blanca Super, you're gonna fucking die too. It doesn't even matter. You just have to fucking just not get fucked.
I'll just JD it.
I'm just saying. I'm
I do this.
I like Hanzo.
You should like Hanzo. You should all put your money on Hanzo because I'm gonna lose.
I'm really upset that you don't play the team that Gibby mentioned. Like, you could play Terry. He's not bad.
I do play Terry.
I know. I'm saying you could, but then you could also play Kim and Joe, who are actually good characters in that game. And instead, you're like, oh, take the other SNK trash.
They're too good, man. Like I dabbled with Rock a little bit. He was too good.
I think Rock's worse than Terry.
Yeah, he is worse than Terry.
Nah.
No, he is.
Terry's worse.
Okay, hold on,
You think
hold on.
Terry's worse than
I
Rock?
can settle this argument. As a character, Rock is complete and utter shit. He has a horrible design, a horrible character, horrible personality. Okay, I don't care about gameplay. Just screw that character. All right, carry on.
He just
Thank you, somebody understands me.
Impact is too good.
Yo, all I'm gonna. I think you're just gonna eat headbutts all day.
Oh yeah.
Headbutts. Only way I would eat headbutts is if you can RC it. That's the only.
Yeah, headbutt isn't that bad in that game.
No, it's
I'm
pretty bad.
legitimately upset. Like, sometimes I worry about you, Chris. I'm like, man, is he drinking too much? And it's like, no, he's got his shit together. He's taking care of his family. That's great. And then you tell me shit like this. You're like, I got King on point. And I'm like, dude, first the Mugen, I looked the other way. People just want to have fun. That's fine. But now you're trying to tell me you trying to win a money match.
That's right. I double strike on Wake Up. We got those.
That's not even invulnerable.
Wait, do any of his characters? Okay, I mean, Rising Tackle's.
Rising Tackle's Koryukin pretty. No, not Koryukin. Koryukin is invincible.
Rio actually has decent reversals.
Yeah.
Like Terry and Rio are not bad. Just the existence of King on that team upsets me.
I would say that Terry is bad, but he's not awful.
All right, hold on.
Terry's got.
Can you consistently short super?
With King?
No, with Terry. You can't fucking do that shit with King.
I know. I'm about to say that. This shit doesn't even work.
Can you short Buster Wolf like on a dime?
Oh yeah, I can do that in any game.
Okay, then you're fine with Terry. Like that's all you really need to fucking play that character in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to get a chance to do that because he's not going to touch me.
Wait, no, but you do realize that as part of fighting game, if he can't touch you, it probably means you're touching him, which means you want to hit him with stuff that you can touch.
But
him
it's
with.
K-Groove. I can't hit him with. I don't get no meter for touching him.
Just make him taunt you. I don't know.
Look, you can have all this short super. You're gonna get fucking jumped in on by like Blanca and die.
Carter, who's your ratio to?
Sagat.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're like you're
playing big boy CvS too. It's
somebody paid attention in class.
Who's yours, Chris?
Who's my ratio 2? Is my Rio.
Rio's is anchor, but okay. I wanted to make sure that the ratio 2 is anchor.
No, if you would have fucking told me I play Point King.
Ratio 2.
R1, Rio in the back. I legit would have just gone off the show. Like,
you would have just like, I'm done here. It's over.
I was just expecting, ratio 2 Terry from pure favoritism.
I just never. All right, so first, I never have to short super because I never get touched with Terry. I'm always beating people's asses.
Okay, now we know you're lying because you actually have good CvS 2 players up in NorCal.
I know, and you can ask Leezy. He's like, I've never touched this Terry before.
Yeah, hold on.
Because you guys have never played, right?
No, I played him.
Yeah, I want to bring up a fact that I've seen a Southtown stream with Hell Pockets playing CvS 2, and he surprisingly was winning.
With King against a Sagat.
Like
a Sagat who practices.
And he definitely won. The two separate occasions he was winning. And I honestly could not believe it. He got top 3, I think, in each tournament. And
she doesn't even have an overhead.
Nobody does in that game. They're all fucking 40 frames.
Yeah.
You can't react to 40 frames.
I can predict 40 frames.
40 frames can't melt steel. 40 frames can't melt steel beams, man. I'm telling you.
Check that fucking crystal ball. My 40 frames.
I got a fierce button, so I won. That's all I know. That's all.
See,
and I actually play games as footsies, unlike KOF. So
you guys should do that. But then the winner has to play Gibby's ratio 4 Haomaru, and loser has to give all the money to Gibby.
Just like
no one wants to be my ratio 4 Haomaru. Goddamn. You guys want to play CvS 2? Fuck that. Sam Show 2 is still alive.
You know what? I'm gonna go on YouTube and look for these matches of Hell Pockets actually playing.
I'm
CvS
already there.
2.
I'm looking for them.
They were Southtown Arcade, circa 2012. Yeah.
Oh, so 10 years after everybody quit playing the game. Okay, that's first.
Well, who else was streaming that crap? Shit.
I'm just joking.
Jesus. Busting my balls over here. You're breaking my balls.
You know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know
Chris,
it's gonna happen.
You've never won a money match you've played.
Wait. That's not true. You can ask Wild Wallace. And you can ask your boy to the right over there, who suddenly got hella quiet.
Because I'm looking up your shitty videos. I will R4D the shit out of you.
Was that it? Was it both of those in KOF 13?
No, they were in Guilty Gear, and Wallace was
that's right,
KOF
I
13,
forgot about
and the
that
other one was
shit.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, he
Well,
beat
hey.
my fucking 1 week soul. Then we played it back with Slayer, and it was like none of this ever happened, Chris.
You don't have to
But
be
I'll let
mad
you
about
bring
it.
up.
You know what? I never bring it up. I told you I didn't want to talk about
mad
it.
that you
I
fucking
told
play
you
King in that game, man.
I
You
told
fucking
you
have a daughter to take care of. What is your fucking problem?
I didn't want to
Pick
bring
any
it
other
up
character.
because we are friends.
Dan.
We are friends. I love you, Alex.
Dan.
I was gonna spare you the problem, but your boy Paul over here talking about I ain't won no money matches.
I mean, hey, just remember, it's in the streaming era, so since it wasn't on stream, it didn't happen.
It wasn't
Look,
on
I was
stream.
about to correct them, but I'm still upset you play King. Like, pick Dan, for Christ's sake.
I would never pick Dan, man. The hair is all wrong with that guy.
Oh, Benny Morrow is right there.
Nope. The only alternate I have is Rock,
That's fine. He's good.
but I don't like Rock.
You're bad.
All I know is I'm 100% against money matches against them.
Fuck you,
What have you guys played in?
Exert. That's it. He played Faust, and I was drunk.
Oh man,
No.
Faust has no bad matchups. How can you possibly beat?
I can't, man.
Oh, my bad.
Nobody has bad matchups in that game. What are you talking about? Everybody's a gorilla.
Okay, let's
Really,
see.
Gorilla? Gorilla for sale?
Gorilla matches. Chips.
Okay. Did you sign up as Hell Pockets, or are you under a stupid name?
I might have been Hot Pockets. It might have been Hell Pockets. Something.
Are you Onikage?
No, that is the Oakland guy who organizes all the CvS 2 matches back at the time.
Okay. Like,
Negro Ninja.
Negro Ninja. I might be
Oh,
Negro Ninja.
Since
I'm kind
we're
of upset
talking about-
that like YouTube took away the like tagging video, so now I can't search Southtown Hell Pocket CVS 2 and then stupid because.
So, just want to bring up. So we're talking about NorCal and arcades. Game Center in NorCal reopened in a new location or some shit.
Yes.
I forgot all the details, but it's in where is it? Simon Belmont, California.
It's literally down the street from where it was, I believe.
Yeah, it's up north a little more.
It's like 5-minute drive, maybe.
Yeah, I saw some pictures.
It's by the Mountain Mikes, so you can enjoy your Mountain Mikes.
Mountain Mikes.
It's near to, fuck, what is that restaurant I liked? Thank God It's Friday, TGI Fridays.
Wow.
So
They don't have those up here. So the only time when I used to work down there, I went there, and it was surprisingly good. And I was like, man, they should have these up here.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's weird
They
that
should
you
have those in Sonoma County. Where
Yeah, that's-
apparently it's the best fucking restaurants in the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wow, man, like, it's crazy.
I don't have money, all right? I'm like,
Hey
Don't
man,
put me back in the box.
they have unlimited apps though, or at least they did for a little while.
God.
Okay, I found your footage.
So
It's a found footage film.
Yeah, so I
Crouching
had to
medium
double
kick.
back because I didn't know if you accidentally entered as Choco Thunder.
No, that's my
Sick
boy
ass
Kyle,
name, by
man.
the way.
That's my
Like-
boy Kyle, man.
Okay, well, Kyle's got a sick name. Let's see
That
here.
is a
On
good
Point
name.
King. Rolento giving you the gristle. Hold on. I'm okay. Let's see. You're going up against this dude Maki. You're sweeping him. I guess your footsie's on point. You have done 0 specials with King, so you're playing it right.
He never blocks low.
Okay, let's see.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
You threw him. You did a move that I'm not even sure does cross up with King. Wow, her run is bad.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I've
King
never
not
actually
have a
noticed
cross
that.
up?
You somehow tried to go into a surprise Rose combo. You fucked it up. It hit. Why? What world is this? What horrifying Twilight Zone am I living in?
I'm the
Where a
best.
guy gets thrown on his jump in CvS. Like, I'm legit upset.
Hey, as long as King beats the point character,
right.
she did a job. Best
All
king in the
right.
world. Are we done here?
Well, I think we're done here. We'll update next week to see if this money match is actually going to happen. So tune in next
You
week.
fucking threw this guy 3 times in a row with Sagat. Against this Sagat, we're done.
Oh man, it's just like ST, right? So God has a terrible throwing.
Couldn't take throws. What can I say?
I don't remember Rio's throw range in ST.
Dude, when I give him the chop, man, you know I'm hype. When I give him that chop on the neck,
Rio's not the upsetting part, man.
All right, we're done.
Rio's the best part, man.
This is making me depressed. Like I don't even play CvS 2 like that, and I'm depressed.
Oh
Okay.
man, I think we literally have.
I'd like to thank Hanzo Gonzo for coming on and shooting the shit with us this week.
Thank you for having me.
And, from everybody here at Super Desperation Radio, good night and good luck.